When did your in-laws realize you weren't broke? My girlfriend Emily comes from the kind of family where their names are literally on college buildings. You know, the "we donate so much our name gets a wing" rich. Meanwhile, I drive a 2005 Honda I call Rusty, wear overalls, and smell faintly of motor oil because, to everyone else, I run a little car repair shop downtown. The truth? I own one of the largest auto service companies in the world. I'm worth over $1 billion. But Emily's parents had no idea. They thought she was dating some broke mechanic trying to marry into money. The first time I met her parents, Richard and Catherine, I could practically taste the judgment before we even sat down. Richard had that polished Wall Street look about him. Rolex, power suit, smug grin. Catherine was every inch the country club matriarch. "So, Daniel," Richard said, twirling his glass of wine, "you fix cars for a living?" "I do," I answered. "How quaint. But tell me, do you have any plans to move up?" "I actually love what I do," I told him, which to him, based on his smirk, translated as, "This loser has no ambition." From that night on, it became a running joke. At parties, Richard would introduce me as Emily's mechanic boyfriend. Catherine once asked me during brunch, loud enough for the whole table, if I'd saved up for a proper suit yet. The breaking point came during one of their dinner parties. Richard pulled out a Forbes magazine and smacked it on the table like it was the Bible. "See this, Daniel?" he said, pointing at a photo. "This is what success looks like. A man who worked hard, built something of his own. That's the kind of person Emily deserves." Emily nearly choked on her wine, because the slightly blurry photo he was pointing to, a shot of me, standing in front of my company's fleet at a global conference. I leaned over, smiled, and said, "Funny you should say that. That's actually me." The table laughed nervously, assuming I was joking. Richard frowned. "No, son, this man is a CEO. He runs a multinational company. You fix cars." So I pulled out my phone, opened up the investor deck I keep on hand, and laid it flat on the table. My name, my face, revenue charts, expansion maps, a Forbes profile picture. Richard's smirk collapsed into pure disbelief. Emily just sat there grinning like she'd won the lottery. The mood flipped instantly. Suddenly, Catherine thought my work ethic was admirable. Richard asked if I'd consider investing with his firm. I told him politely that I preferred running my own thing. Later that week, Emily's grandma told me, "I always knew you weren't just a mechanic. Best compliment I've ever gotten."